Hi, Lion Man here. I just did the Spartan Sprint race a couple of weeks ago and absolutely loved it. I thought it was really awesome, but I did have some things that came up during the race that I thought, it'd be nice if I kind of knew this going in. I'm sure I could have watched some other videos or went on the website and did more research, but I didn't. So I'm here to kind of tell you, just from my personal experience, 10 things that I think you should know before the race or you should know about the race. The first one is you're probably going to have some kind of injury if you've done some training for this race. I did not train, really hardcore for this Spartan race, but I am in Taekwondo and I do go to the gym, and so I added a few different workout techniques into my regime, and I think that did help me make it through the race. Didn't win or anything like that, but I think that's the first thing you need to know is you're probably going to have some type of injury, and of course, check with your doctor, but as long as you still think you can make it, I know I went in injured. So the second thing is knee pads, elbow pads maybe. If it's in the morning and it's cool, you may even wear long sleeve shirts or compression pants of some type, but I probably would have at least had knee pads. I don't think I would have worn elbow pads anyway. I know they probably would have helped when you're going under the barbed wire, but the knee pads definitely would have helped me. I have bad knees, and of course a lot of people do. The third one is to take a change of clothes to change in after, and of course that's Mr. Obvious, right? Of course you're going to not want to get in your vehicle all completely muddy and drive home, or maybe you want to because you just look totally badass, but I would recommend taking a good change of clothes. You can shower off with the garden hoses that they have that they call the showers, and you can rinse all the mud out of your crevices as good as you can. Of course you can't get it out of all of them. Maybe too much information there. The fourth one is, this is a really good one. Clean your hands and shoes off before attempting to climb a rope, to climb the 90-degree angle walls. Anything where you're going to be grabbing on, just make sure that there's not too much loose, wet mud on your hands, gloves, or shoes, because then you'll slip right off and then you're going to have to do burpees. So at least try to dry them off on the ground, put some dry dirt on your hand. It was really muddy when we went, but that did help me. I learned that after a couple of obstacles. The fifth one is, if you wear contact lenses, I would not recommend you wear them to the Spartan race, and you're probably thinking, why wouldn't I? When you work out, that's when you really want them, right? So you don't have your glasses in the way. But you have to submerge your entire body and head at least once, if not more, under the water to swim under a muddy wall, and unless you want to risk getting in a Cantha amoeba or something like that, I just probably wouldn't wear contacts. I had my glasses on when I went under, and I still ended up with mud and muddy water in my eyes, ears, nose, mouth. I ate some of the mud, of course, and it wasn't that tasty, but anyway. So that's just something that I would recommend. Definitely don't wear contacts unless you just want to chance it and have some really nasty mud getting in your contacts and harboring some kind of bacteria. But number 6, I think a waterproof drawstring backpack or a Ziploc bag, if you have any items that you're taking. And I say, well, items, what kind of items are you talking about? And I know personally I had an inhaler. I know that may seem crazy, but I didn't want to get halfway through and need it, so I actually took my inhaler with me, didn't actually take it, and I did not put it in a Ziploc bag or anything, so when I had to swim under muddy water, I had to throw it to somebody on the sidelines who was nice and gracious enough to hold it for me until I made it through the finish line. So that's something I would definitely recommend, or you're going to have music. I noticed a couple teenagers with waterproof drawstring backpacks, and they had their music with them, and I thought that was pretty cool. Number 7 is the partner aspect. That may not qualify for you. You may be going alone, or you don't want to have a partner that you actually go with. You want to do it on your own, and you're just a total, kick-ass person, and that's great. But my partner and I, who is my lovely wife Amanda, we did a partner thing to where we would help each other across some of the obstacles, and I think you may get some extra burpees sometimes, but it's nice having that person to help pull you up or hold you when you're about to fall off the rope, and it was just nice having a partner to do our first race together. So if you can have a partner, that really helps out. And it also gives you just a little bit more motivation to keep pushing harder, and you can egg each other on when you're having a hard time, because your partner's going to be good at things that you're not going to be good at, and vice versa. So partner aspect's important, I thought. Number 8, the tunnels. I went in the small tunnel. My wife was in front of me, and I really feel that I should have went through the bigger tunnel, even though you have to do, I think, 15 burpees for going through the bigger tunnel. It's quick, it's fast, and you'll be done. Myself, personally, I tried to go through the small, tunnel, and I'm a fairly small guy myself, but I almost got stuck in the middle of it trying to crawl across on my knees, following my wife's lead, of course, and I started to panic for a second there, and I lost my breath in there, and felt like I couldn't breathe for a second. But of course, I closed my eyes. I had to man up, and I got through it. But I had to inch along like an inchworm, very slowly to the end. And so I probably would have taken the large tunnel. And that's one thing I learned. Number 9, this is just my personal preference. I would do it in the early morning, especially if it's in the summertime. It's cooler. You wake up refreshed. Of course, I'm not the kind of person that likes to sleep in or wait around all day to go to work or to go do an event. I like to get up and get at them and get it done. And like I said, it's also a lot cooler in the morning. And it was, fun to be done and just kind of relax the rest of the day or whatever, or drive home the rest of the day, obviously. Number 10, arrive early. And I really mean that. I mean, and I don't just mean arrive early, but I mean, make sure that you get up early and arrive early at your race. I know that I was told I needed to be there about an hour and a half ahead of time, and I thought that was crazy. But by the time we parked and walked forever to find the bus and then finally got there, we barely made it on the bus to get to our start time. And so I would recommend, get up early, make sure you eat a good breakfast and drink water. I know that obviously seems, like duh, of course you're going to have to eat some protein and drink water, but I really mean that. Don't wake up and just go out there, because you're going to need the energy, especially if you burn a lot of energy and have a high metabolism like I do. So I got up early, I ate a good breakfast with protein, I drank a whole lot of water, and I did not show up to the race early enough and barely made it in, so I'd recommend getting there early. Again, you can go to the website for the Spartan Race, and you can obviously go to look at many other videos that are probably better than this one, but this is just 10 tips from me, things that I kind of wish I would have known or that I do know now going in if I want to do another race. And this is Lion Man. Thanks a lot. Signing off.